I'm live according to YouTube, so if you're in there, pop in. Turn that off. I'm listening for Central Pacific Skip. Anyway, we had a really weird day here today on Salt Spring, just a total mixed bag of weather. Sun, wind, sun, rain, wind, sun, more rain, and now sun. It's absolutely beautiful out there right now, but it was just a really weird day. Typical April weather on Salt Spring Island. Palm Nation, Japanese sausage. We actually had sausage the other day for dinner, pieces and bits of sausage. Temperature, it's cold here today, man. It sucks. It's only like 7. It was like really cold here today this far north. It was a cool, weird day. Palmy pal, how's it going in there? Good to see you in there. I think it's probably even colder than 7 right now. Yeah. That's 6.8. It's cold this evening. It is definitely a really cold day. And that's the first thing I said when I get up. It's cold out there. No, well, you shouldn't. You're that far south, right? You should be toasty hot right now, smoking hot. I mean, I talk to Tennessee every day. I know what the weather is like there, and it is hot. 81. Yeah, not here today. It was cold this far north. Yeah, the new flag's pretty cool, eh? I like that flag. I got to figure out where I'm going to put this flag. Where am I going to put this flag? Hey, where are we going to put that flag, man? I don't know where. I'm kind of reluctant to put it outside. I'm worried about it. Well, maybe I could put it close to the house or maybe up by one of the buildings. The other flags out front are so tattered up right now. I got to change them. The 2 Hawaiian ones are just ripped to shreds. And because they've been out there for a while, right? They've been out there for a long time. So I don't know. Maybe I'll figure something out tomorrow. What do you think of my new Tracky seedlings? Yeah, they looks like they're growing good, man. Which reminds me, I have to check mine. Let me just check them. Okay, so it's toasty in our house here. So these guys should be germinating. And I see one lousy seedling. Look at that. See that? Can you see that in there? And you know what? I got to take that out of there. One lousy seedling. These are the Zone 8A. These are from the same batch of seeds I sent you. And I got one crappy seedling. So let's see. What the heck, man? What's going on here? They're not rotten. They're all still firm, but only one has germinated right there. That's what it looks like. One seedling from that batch. I don't understand. And look at the roots on it. It's actually got good long root on it. Wow, crazy. Nothing in that. What the hell's going on? I gave you the good ones. I kept the crappy ones for myself. You got a good batch of seeds there. I don't know. Maybe I got duds, but they're not, like I say, they're not rotten. They're still very firm. So anyway, I'll put this back in here, and then tomorrow I will deal with it. I will deal with this palm seedling. Oh, man, that kind of sucks. Because I put those in there. You know when I put these in here? December. 75% germinated. That's pretty good. Well, December 21st. Those have been in there since December 21st, man. And then these ones here. You think the no, they didn't. There's no damage on them at all. No, I talked to Phil. I asked him. He phoned me. And I said, how did your palms do? He says, not a problem at all. Those palms have been there for 3 decades, dude. We planted them as seedlings. I need to start some more Tracky seeds. Yes. Can never have enough Tracky seeds. You know what? There's nothing. I sowed these ones this January 28th, 2022. Nothing. Those are from our palm tree. And I'm not seeing anything in there yet. Anyway, we'll be patient. But anyway, no. It got to minus 15 degrees. I think at Phil's place, minus 15 degrees Celsius, which is about 5 degrees Fahrenheit. So it was really, really cold at Phil's place. And I'll tell you where he lives. You can look up Cloverdale. Cloverdale is zone 8A, 8B. So a lot of winters are 8A or 8B, but they do get 8A winters too. And this one was an 8A winter. They got pretty cold. Minus 15 degrees Celsius was down there. So no damage. His biggest ones are, God, they got to be 25 feet of trunk on them, man. They're big trees. Well, you've seen the videos at his place, right? You know what? I don't know when the next time I'm going out there, but they're big palms and no damage. And it might be a 7B winter. It could be. It was cold, man. And you got to remember, we had a week of really cold weather. They had 2 weeks of cold weather. So, and they had wind. See, we don't get the wind. They have cold winds out there where he lives. It is cold. So, like I said before, years ago, I met Phil at the garden, not a garden club. I won the garden contest where I used to live. Large space in South Langley, to make a long story short. I went to pick up my award. I didn't know the guy from Adam. It was an award ceremony out near where he lived, and it was put on by the real estate board. So anyway, they're showing slideshow of people's gardens. They do 2 or 3 slides of each garden. When my garden came up, it was full of palm trees, and people were asking questions, right? You had 9A winters for years and years now. That's awesome. You got like 9A winters. Basically something I could probably, my boss, you should try them, Palm Nation. You got lots of them there, lots of seeds to play around with. So anyway, I met Phil at the garden contest when we picked up our awards. That was in 1990. I guess, I don't know if it was the early summer of 1990. And then I got Phil into growing palm trees. So he went to the nursery and we picked out these big palm trees that were imported from California, 5 feet, 6 feet a trunk. Well, guess what? They died the first winter. They froze and died where he lives the first winter. So then I said, you know what? We're going to get some homegrown palms from my buddy Gerard out in Vancouver. So he and I, we hopped in his car or my car, and we drove out to Vancouver. And Gerard Puri is kind of like the grandfather of palm tree planting on our Pacific coast. He died, I think, in 2012. Gerard, good friend of mine, he used to come out and stay with us here. Old dude, he died at 87. So anyway, Gerard got the seed from Lugano, Switzerland for his palm trees in 1966. Okay, so the seed that Gerard grew his palm trees from came from Switzerland. So these towering palm trees he has in his garden in Vancouver. So the offspring, Phil's offspring, came from those ones in Vancouver, and the parent plants came from Switzerland. Okay, so these are very hardy palm trees that Zach has in Tennessee. All right, they're very, very cold, hardy palm trees, so they should do well. They shouldn't have a problem. So, Joe, do you think about the crown rod? Well, you know what? Yeah, give some to your boss, man. He'll be happy. You know what? Don't worry about Trachycarpus and crown rot, because I've seen them with total spear pull where it smells kind of, fermented in there. And they actually have grown back new spears. And I'm not saying it's going to do it every time, but I have seen them grow back new spears. And I've actually had spear pull where I used to live. I lived south of Phil. So I lived south. Where did I live? Slightly southeast of Phil when I lived on the mainland. Not by very far, maybe by about 5 miles, something like that. I lived right by the U.S. border, Washington State. Anyway, Phil lives in Cloverdale. I lived in South Langley, and in some really bad winters, I would get spear pull on the Trachycarpus fortunei. And you think, man, with that spear pull, these guys are going to be dead. Well, guess what? By summertime, they're already pushing spears out again. So Trachycarpus palms are tough palms, and those were actually California imports. The ones that I sent to Zach are Cloverdale. They're from Cloverdale, southeast of Vancouver, and it is way colder out in Cloverdale than it is in Vancouver. So the palms that didn't get damaged in Vancouver, if they were imports from the States, like California or whatever, most likely they're going to be damaged or maybe even killed. That's how cold it was there. But the crown hole is super deep, deeper than, yeah, you know what you should do? I've seen it happen, Palmy Pal. Put some hydrogen peroxide down there, or you could do the copper sulfate. Hydrogen peroxide sometimes works too. I got one spear pull on a Camarops out there, not a very big Camarops, a small one. Wendy bought it at Home Depot, and I've got a video of it. And I looked at it, and the center spears didn't look that good, but the outer fronds looked good. And of course, they popped out easy. So I put some hydrogen peroxide down it. I did have it covered with a plastic bag, but the bag blew off in the wind, so I just leave it off. Go Cloverdale, go. Hey, Donna, you live in Cloverdale, don't you? So my buddy in Shannon Hill Estates has big palm trees, Donna. And if you ever have a chance, go see his place. He's down. So you go across, where the power plant used to be on 184th. And, well, Phil. I don't have to say, Phil. You're in the Palm Society, aren't you? So Phil. So how's everything looking in Cloverdale? Because I heard you guys got to minus 15 degrees Celsius there. Is that true or not? Because you live in Cloverdale. Give me the dirt. You've been there. Yeah, okay, so you've been there. And yeah, anyway, Phil said his palms are looking good because I did talk to him a couple of weeks ago, and I asked him, how are your palm trees doing? I got to -6. Okay, so we got to -8 down on the bottom slope and -6.6 in the upper garden here. So it was pretty cold here, man. -6.6 is 20 degrees Fahrenheit, and down on the lower slope, -8, which is around 17.5. And the loquat has no damage on it. The Jubea is totally fine. The Brahia Armada down there doesn't look good. I pulled the spear out of it. My drags look a little bit of beating, but they're good. But they made it, right? Okay, so hey, Palm Nation, Donna lives in Cloverdale near Phil, and her palm trees made it too. So they look a little bit beating, but they're good now. Okay, so they did actually survive. How big are they? Are they pretty tall? You know how big Phil's are. I mean, they're 25 feet tall. They're pretty good sized palms. I'll never forget when we bought Phil's palm trees. We bought a flat of them, little flat of these little palm trees from Gerard. They were like 4-inch size, locally grown palms, right? I don't know if you ever remember Gerard. I don't know how long you've been in the Palm Society, but Gerard was the master at growing Trachycarpus palm. You think I should cut I wouldn't. No, I would leave it be. I would not cut it yet. 20 feet tall. Okay, so you got tall palms. And how far are you from Phil, Donna? Are you just around the corner, like off 60th Avenue in that area of 184th? Are you near that house where the palm trees grow through the overhangs of the eaves? 10 feet tall. Okay, so are you near the house where the palms grow through the eaves of the overhangs? He's got like 3 palm trees where he's cut the roof around it so they can grow through the roof of the house. Are you near that guy? Yes, sir. Okay, and how did his palm trees do? I'm curious. How did that guy's palm trees do in Cloverdale? Anyway, Palmy Pal, leave it. It won't spread. Just leave it. Pour some hydrogen peroxide down there. Don't cut it yet. If things don't happen, let's say you get a lot of heat where you are. If things don't happen, say May, then maybe you might want to cut it. I'll leave it. Just seems really deep. That's all right. No, spread it. Just leave it for now. I think it's too premature to cut it. How did those ones do, Donna? I'm curious. The 3 big palms growing through the guy's roof. They were big palms. I mean, one of them must be close to 20 feet tall, right? I'll leave it. Yeah, just leave it, Palmy. Absolutely, man. I'm going to tell you something. I pulled, and I did a write-up on it. It was for Hardy Palm International years ago, 30 years ago. And I pulled them out. They were all rotten mushy, cut the palm out of the ground, threw it in the compost pile, and the thing started growing new center spears again. No, they do, man. They can. Sadly. Oh, they got damaged, Donna? They actually got damaged? The ones that are close to that house. Unreal. They didn't kill them, though, did it? Did they die? That would suck. That would really suck if those palms died because the guy actually modified his house to accommodate the palm trees. That is insane. So what do they look like? I mean, is there a lot of brown fronds on them? Because I haven't been there since beginning of December. And everything looked good then, but you guys had that cold snap at the end of December. And no! What? He took them out? What? No way. Yeah, I didn't drive by his place. I only went to Phil's. So he took them out? New owners? Are you kidding me? What the hell? It takes a while, Palmy Peltra. I cannot believe it. The owners took the palm trees out. What the heck, man? They cut them down. Unreal. That's like, did you see the palm trees we moved the other day? Just unbelievable. They could have sold those palm trees. Anyway, a lady was selling some palm trees there last week, so I helped our friends dig one out there. They actually had a dugout. I helped them load it up onto the trailer and stuff, but we planted it at their place. And, I'm glad the lady sold them because, some people just cut them down. And that is just absolutely insane when somebody cuts palm trees down. Oh, that is unbelievable, Donna. What is wrong with some people? That actually makes me mad. Those palms are beautiful. I got lots of videos of them. I got videos of them here. And they actually had enough nerve to cut them down. I swear, some people, you know what? You can't. This is what I'm going to say. You cannot fix stupid. That is stupid. Those palms were the fortune, and they're absolutely beautiful. Unbelievable. If you guys on my channel, you can actually see those palm trees, the ones I'm talking about. The new owners cut them down. They were actually growing through the eaves of the house, 3 of them in Cloverdale, near where Donna lives. They were absolutely fantastic. Oh, that's sickening, man. Some people are totally ignorant, Logan. They really are. And that happens here too. People cut down palm trees. I remember a few years back, a guy comes up to me, loaded. It looks so good with that house. I would have bought that house for the palm trees, man. Unbelievable. Anyway, a guy comes up to me ages ago and he says, "Hey Joe, can you start palm trees from cuttings?" This is what he says to me. And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Because I live next door to this house and they cut the palm tree down. And I want to know if I could start the top from a cutting." And I said, "Where is because I know where all the big palm trees are in Salt Spring." And I says, "Well, whereabouts you live?" He says, "Old Scott Road." And I'm thinking, oh God. Veronica and Scott's old place. He says, "Yeah, that's a place. 20-foot palm tree, 20 feet of trunk. The new owners cut it down. It had a beautiful patio out back. The ocean is right here. Pacific Ocean is here. Tall palm tree. So when you look out your windows, you look through the palm tree at the ocean, and I guess maybe it was blocking their view or something. I don't know. And they cut it down. Just crazy. That's just absolutely crazy." Okay, Palmy Pal. And no, there's not much more you can do with it, but I would leave it till at least May. Okay, because you guys get a lot of heat there. And if there's nothing, showing, look down it with a flashlight and periodically. And if you see something pushing up, that's a good thing. But I mean, you get lots of temperatures in the 70s. That's going to get that thing growing if there's life in it. And I want to be optimistic, but at least wait till May before you cut it. Okay. And then you cut a little bit off in layers. Don't cut a big chunk off. Start with a little bit and work your way down. That's what you got to do. And hopefully by May, you can look down that center hole with a flashlight or push your finger down and something's going to be pushing up, right? I mean, I got a palm tree sitting out in the courtyard right now. I dug it out, I guess, just about 6 years ago. And it's been sitting there in suspended animation doing nothing. There's hardly any fronds on it. It looks like crap, but it does have a very firm center spear, very firm, and another center spear. So we'll see what happens with it. Palmy Pal is in South Carolina, I think. Oh, at least 5 inches deep. Yeah, that's okay. Palmy Pal, are you in South Carolina? Nevada. Nevada? Oh, North Carolina. Sorry, North Carolina. Right. Okay, so you guys get heat down there in North Carolina. I talk to North Carolina on my radios lots, and I know you guys get the heat down there. That's where Gary Haller lives. Gary Haller has in New Bern. He lives in New Bern, North Carolina, and he has a nice palm nursery down there. A grower of palms since 1975. It's palm nursery. So if you ever get to New Bern, North Carolina, check out Gary Haller's nursery. I'm giving Gary Haller a plug right here. Andro Gonos, man, that's a cool name. Hey, I'm glad. Welcome aboard there, Andro. That's an interesting name. Welcome aboard. Yep, it gets okay. You know what? But you're going to get lots of heat. Like Zach, you're at a lower latitude, so you're getting tons of heat. So it's going to encourage growth. Doug, I live in Oregon and just got a bottled palm 3 gallon need to be repotted. What's 3 gallon? You could put it into a 5 gallon or a 7 gallon. That's a Hyophorbe. They're a really tropical palm. No, it's a good name. I like it. I just can't pronounce it. Androctonus, man. So you know what? You could do it in a 5 or 7 gallon pot there, Doug, and keep it warm. Hyophorbes are very beautiful palms, native to the Mascarene Islands. I actually have videos of them here, and I often shoot videos of the bottle palms when I'm on Maui. But I have not been to Maui since December 2019. I'm looking forward to going again. I can't wait. They're absolutely beautiful. So for you people that don't know what a bottle palm is, kind of looks like that, and they're kind of like a bottle, the base of the trunk, right? Yeah. So 5 to 7 gallon palm. I don't step them up that much bigger. Like I just transplanted a couple of weeks ago the Latticectus, Trachycarpus latticectus. It was in a 15 gallon pot, super root bound, and then I stepped it up about this much all the way around into a bigger pot and about that much deeper. So about like that, right? Do you have any sagos? Yes, we do have sagos. Yes, we have some in the ground and we have some in pots. And the ones in pots stayed in the non-heated tiki hut all winter. To this guy's the best bomb. Good. Palmy pal, good to have you in there. And I'm optimistic with your palm. Like, I've been growing windmill palms a long time, and you got to give these palms credit, man. Trachycarpus palms are the toughest arborescent palm tree in the world. I mean, heck, the guy grows them in Nova Scotia, and I hope he's watching here. They do grow palms in Nova Scotia, but they do box them in. There are palms growing near Dartmouth, and I have a friend that's in Clark's Harbor. He's tried them. He moved to Clark's Harbor from the mainland, and his brother is Phil. Phil's brother lives in Clark's Harbor, Nova Scotia, and Phil has brought him palms, and they will not survive in Clark's Harbor, probably one of the milder areas on the southern tip of Nova Scotia. And he's on the frickin' Atlantic Ocean. If he's any closer to the ocean, to be in the ocean. He's on the ocean. He owns a few acres, and he owns some islands out there, and then he owns 5 acres beside him, and he can't grow palms. You know what I mean? The guy, yeah, that guy is nuts. Phil's brother cannot grow palms. For sure, this is the first time this year has ever had any water from my greenhouse. Oh, yeah, that's not good, Palmy pal. You know what? I tell you what you can do. Next year, next winter, put an umbrella over top of it. That's what I did with my the Pindo palm. We have a Butia palm, and I've had center spear loss with Butia palms. They're notorious for that this far north, unless you live in the mildest growing area of Salt Spring Island. So I'm in one of the mildest areas of Salt Spring, but not the mildest. So if you go down to that area where those 2 big Butias grow that have never been protected, they're fine. But so I put and they're right because they're right beside the ocean. It makes a difference. I put an umbrella over top of it. You keep it drier. It makes it hardier. I've used your Baggie Method bond to sprouted already. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's good. Baggie Method works really good for smaller portions of palm seeds and because they don't take up much room, right? There's your Baggie Method here. Unfortunately, nothing's sprouted in there yet. Nothing's germinated, but Zach down in Tennessee has got a bunch of them sprouted. I'll just move the pot and didn't realize. Oh, it's in a pot. Oh, so maybe the pot froze too, Palmy pal. Okay. I need 80 more and I'll be. Oh, cool. Commercial. So Palm Nation, right on. You need 80 more subscribers. You're getting up there. So, and I was going to say, Palmy pal, if it's in a pot, it is far less cold tolerant. Okay. Hey, there's a YouTube channel out there called TN Tropics. Who is that guy? He's got some really neat stuff. Tennessee Tropics, TN Tropics. I need 81 more so I can go live. Oh, is that the way it works? I don't know how many subscribers you need to go live. I honestly don't know. I know my other YouTube channel, it has a lot of videos on it, and I started it in April 2012. I'm more leaning towards the CB radio, 11 meter band radio. It seems to pick up a lot more subscribers that way. And it's funny, a lot of the guys I talk to have subbed. So then they pass the word along to other people that talk on the radios. So like today, 121 Hawaiian Islands was commenting on the videos. So I subbed to his channel too. And he says, I think we've talked before. I mean, I've got lots of video gates of me talking to the guy from the past too. Fully cold hardy year. I grew it from a seed, large track. Okay. So fully cold hardy. Okay, no problem. No, it's 100. I think it's one. Oh, so you need 100 subs to live stream? It's crazy how you run higher than them. So yeah, but the thing is, you guys get the heat. We don't. So there's a big difference between a southern 9A and a northern 9A, right? It's people don't get that. And so you guys are getting, temperatures probably up into the 80s now, as where today it really sucked out there. When you're sitting at 46 degrees. Today was cold. Today was a cold day, but it's going to get better. I'm in 9. Yes, I live in lake microclimate 9A. So you can grow you grow date palms down there. I can't, and I have 200. Oh, okay. So you know what? Somebody has to Google or YouTube it. How many subscribers do you need to do a live stream? I really don't know. Yeah, in order to get monetized on YouTube, you have to apply for AdSense, and once you're monetized, then you can get paid for your content, right? You get paid, and it works on the clicks for the ads, right? So you see the ads, and they generate revenue for the YouTuber. So you go into your analytics. So when I put a video on, it says monetize, a little $sign comes up, and I have both channels monetized, Jungle Joe C and this one. And the other one's starting to get more views now that I've changed the format over to radio talk. But I still do put videos of plants and things on there too. I like to throw in the odd random thing to break up the monotony, right? But you do have to verify your channel with AdSense. You have to apply for it. So, well, that's good. So, Zach, you're just about at 1,000. That's awesome. My Jungle Joe C one has taken forever because for a long time, I didn't upload videos on it. And then I started uploading videos again, right? And now it's, I don't know, it might be at 10,000 right now. I know it was very close to 10,000 subs. And then that's your first kind of landmark on YouTube. You get a little ribbon. Once you go into your analytics thing, there'll be like little ribbons for every 10,000 subs you get. So it's for, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, and you get these little ribbons, right? I think once you reach 100,000, you get some sort of thing sent to you. But I ain't going to ever reach 100,000, so I really don't care. And I really don't do it for the subs. I just do it because I like YouTubing. You know what I mean? Hey, Joe, I'm going to be making a YouTube video soon in my palm here in Reno. Oh, yeah, cool. Awesome. That is awesome. I would like to see that. Palms growing in Reno. I often thought about palm trees growing in Reno. We all know they grow in Vegas, but Reno's more high elevation, and it's north of Vegas. And I know it's dry there, right? It's got to be a dry climate. So, yeah, definitely do a YouTube channel of palm trees in Reno. People would like that. I think that's definitely going to grab people's attention in the palm world because it's something different, right? It's like palm trees in Reno. I've never seen any palm trees in Reno, but you know what? Palm trees in Canada? There ain't no palm trees in Canada. Well, we know there are palm trees on the coast of Canada, and there are people in other parts of Canada that do grow palm trees with protection. I got so addicted to grow Doug. Palms growing and build a greenhouse because all my seedlings are taken. Oh, cool. Doug, where are you, man? Whereabouts do you live? And that's cool. Greenhouse or not, just growing palms is fun. I mean, you can have them as house plants. Our greenhouse is full, and it still blows me away that we had a week of cold at the end of December. Really cold weather here. And I mean, the last time it was that cold was December 2008. And they made it through the freeze in the oh, you're in Oregon. Okay, cool. That's where Caleb is too. Caleb's in Redmond, Oregon. He's down in Redmond, Oregon. Love Oregon. Oregon is an awesome state. And well, you know about Brookings, right, Doug? Have you been to Brookings, Oregon? Gold Beach? I've been all up and down the coast many times. And Brookings is amazing. Brookings is the balmiest, palmiest place in the North Pacific because it's still classed as the North Pacific. And you want to see real palm trees, you got to go to Brookings, man. The Brookings effect. It's just absolutely mind-boggling. The date palms, I think they're the biggest, most massive trunk date palms I've ever seen were on the Oregon coast. They're just freaking huge. And crowns, so big. I'm going to go find a picture here. I've taken pictures down there, but you know what? They're old school pics. Let's just see. Where's my palm? Here's my palm. This is my palm. Old school. This is before digital camera. I used to fill up these photo albums here. I'm thinking about starting making bonsai. Oh, bonsai are cool too. Love bonsais. So let's just see what we got here in Oregon. There's some in Ashland. I got pictures from the garden tour I went on in down in Seattle too. You know what? I also have pictures I should have of the palms growing in front of the local pub when they were just planted. Let's see here. Some native cactus. I'm going to pull them out and show you some Salt Spring Island native cactus. Look at that. I took that picture on the rocks. That's just on the north end of Salt Spring here. Isn't that wild? That is native cactus growing in the wild here. Some people have tried to grow palms here, but they never, because they either planted very late in fall. And yeah, you got to get the right ones, Brian. And I think, Logan, that's a totally good idea to grow bonsai. Bonsais are freaking awesome. Okay, let's find some Oregon Coast palms for you too. Oh, here's a cool. So, see that palm right there in Locarno, Switzerland? That's bigger now. It's an old postcard, but that's where the seed came from my Jubea. That's a Jubea chilensis right there in Locarno, Switzerland. Right? A friend of mine sent me this postcard when he visited. Oh, that was a long time ago. Anyway, he passed away. Unfortunately, he passed away. Okay, so we'll use some. Oh, hey, check this out. Check this out, guys. Okay, so you know the local palms? The local palm trees. Here's a picture of them in 1997. There's the ones in front of the local pub right there. That's what they look like in 1997. So I think it was 96 that I sold them to him. So maybe a year before that. See, the date is still on there too. Where is it? It says 1997 on the bottom there. So that's, the four palms that I always take pictures of in town. That's what they looked like 25 years ago. What's your best suggestion to create a warm mic? I have a bright yellow south-facing wall. Yes, live in 8B. Yep, you could do south wall, out of the wind. Keep them out of the wind. Logan, I met this. Thanks, Doug. I met this one lady who had a lot of bonsai, and hers was over. Cool, Logan. That's a good hobby to get into. 80 years old. Sweet. Yeah, there's some old bonsais, buddy. You know what? South, and I'm just going to call you man. Andro man. South wall. Keep them out of the wind. So if you can find a sheltered area in your garden, the most sheltered area that soaks up the most heat and the most sun, and gets the least amount of frost, probably close to a building, you can have an ultimate microclimate there. It's like creating microclimates under your overhang to grow cactus, right? Okay, so I'm just trying to find some pictures of Oregon. I got some really... Oh, here's a picture of a Washingtonia on Salt Spring that was outside for many years. This one survived. I took this picture 1998. So this Washingtonia survived outside for about 8 years until it was cut down. So it grew much bigger than that, right? And then the new owners cut it down. This was in our friend's garden. It never, ever got protected, but it definitely got beat up in the winter months. And it was featured twice in Hardy Palm International. You can see the trunk on it. And it's a shame the new owners cut it down. It's like looking at the crappy fronds. So I don't know if it was a filibusta. I don't think it wasn't pure Filifera because they don't work good here, or just a Robusta. It might have been a filibusta too. Yeah. They cut it down. People do that, Brian. They do that. It's sad. I know. They don't appreciate the things we appreciate. Okay, let's see here. Let's go to the Oregon coast. Oh, here's another picture of it. Here's another picture of that Washingtonia right there. This is what it'll look like. Never, ever protected. These pictures are taken in the 90s, right? And yeah. And so they sold the place, and I asked them, hey, how the new people like the palm tree? Oh, they cut it down. So it actually got a really nice trunk on it, bigger than that. And like I say, it would get beat up after the winter, but it always regrew lots of fronds. It was a nice hot spot beside the pool. You can grow some good stuff if you're in 9A. Not a problemo. Andrew, man. And in the same garden where that Washingtonia grows, they had these big fishhook barrel cactus. They were big cactus. They were like this, and they were growing next to the house. So they had barrel cactus growing there too. That's on Salt Spring. I don't know if it might have been Robusta, Logan. I think I was more leaning towards filibusta. Okay, we're getting there. Let's see. I'm trying to find the Oregon coast here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so here's a picture taken of a date palm. This one's been trimmed up. That picture was taken about 20 years ago in Brookings. Brookings or Gold Beach. There we go. That one might have been Gold Beach. That's date palm down there. Because there's some nice ones in Gold Beach. And there was nice agaves down there too, man. More cactus, Salt Spring cactus. I'm just trying to, let's just see here. Bear with me, folks. There are some huge agaves down there too. Huge agaves. Oh, okay. So here's a Camarops at my last place. This Camarops, this picture was taken over 30 years ago. And I planted that years ago back in the 80s, and it survived 5.4 degrees Fahrenheit. But what I did, I had it on a south wall in sandy soil, and I put a box around it during the coldest night and a piece of Lexan over top of it, and it survived. You know what killed it? When I dug it out and moved it here. Super Thrive. I used to use that stuff. It worked pretty good, Super Thrive. Water. Yep. That was a Camarops humulus, a Mediterranean fan palm. Let's just see what we have here. Oh, here's another one in Brookings, Oregon. Gotta love the old school photos, eh? There's another one in Brookings, Oregon, right there. Isn't that a beauty? They're just, you gotta love when you can grow date palms, eh? It's freaking awesome. I know where that is. I got so many palm pictures. I got photo albums full of palms. I mean, this is just some of them. Oh, check out this. Here's in Brookings, Oregon, a big agave. Look at that Agave Americana. And that was actually a pretty big Agave Americana, the variegated one in Brookings right there. Let's see what we have here. I'm scanning my photos for you guys. Here's a Washingtonia Robusta in Brookings. Lower fronds need to be cut off, but there's lots of Washingtonia Robusta. That was a smaller one. There were some big ones with 30 feet of trunk. Here's a Camarops at my last place, long time ago, back in the 1980s, right there. So that's a Camarops humilis growing. And I got a lot of wind. You see the hedge in the distance? That hedge is massive now. I planted that in the 80s. So anyway, yeah, I should have never dug that palm out. It killed it. Killed the palm tree. Camarops wasn't happy to be moved, I'll tell you that. Recently picked up some filibuster seeds. That been through tea. Oh yeah, those are the ones to get, Andrew, man. Those are the ones to get. You know, there's some palm trees that grow in El Bangordo in New Mexico, and those are going to be hardy palms too. Drier, colder area. So here's some palms at my place covered in ice. Okay, here's my last location. That's Trachycarpus fortunei covered in solid ice. That was a bad silver thaw we had back in the 1980s. Look at that. And they survived. It was not good for them, but they definitely survived that. So that, and you can see I've I covered up the center spear on it, but the fronds were totally covered in ice. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? We don't get ice storms here, thank God. I was in 8A. Oh, cool. 8A is good. That's a good place to get palm seeds from. Here they are covered in ice and snow. Trachycarpus palms covered in ice and snow at my last place back in the 1980s. Crazy, eh? And, oh, here's a date palm. Here's my oldest son. Here's one in Brookings. This one's way bigger now, man. See that date palm in Brookings? That date palm is absolutely monster. It was big then, but it's way bigger now. This picture was taken close to 20 years ago. I think that was 2004. So 18 years ago, this picture was taken. And that guy, because that's my oldest son. He's 31 now. And that's a big palm. It was beautiful. Went and talked to the owners. I can get a wine palm in 25 gallon. Oh, good. Can I 20? Yep. I'd say that's a good price. Yep. They're very expensive. They're very expensive palms. So yeah, that's a good one, man. Good price for a Jubea chilensis for sure. And here's some more Washingtonias growing in Brookings, Oregon. Those are Washingtonia palms. Some Yucca gigantea growing in there. The landscape in Brookings is like unbelievable. It's like nowhere else in the North Pacific, right? It's just absolutely insane in the membrane. Okay, so here's another one here. I just want to show you a few things while I'm here, while I got this photo album out. Another one in Brookings, Oregon. So these palms are going to be a lot bigger now, right? Because I shot these years ago. Date palms are my favorite. I've got Sylvestris is awesome. I love them. Should I plant it grown? I'm afraid of killing it. No, you know what? If you're worried about killing it, you can always cheat and put some Christmas lights around it. Jubea chilensis grow here without winter protection. So they're hardy this far north. Brookings is 9B, high end to 9B. So it's really mild there in Brookings here. Check out this one. So you see this palm right here. See that palm in Brookings is a date palm. Somebody pruned some side up from the wires. I talked to the lady that planted that in 1954. The one around the corner was just as big. Old lady back then, she's probably long gone dead. That was 2004. She planted that in 1954, that palm tree. But it's been pruned. They've chopped all the fronds off the one side of it, right? So it would be high end, probably 9B in Brookings. And let's see what else we got here in Brookings. Oh, here's a picture of a palm tree in my last garden covered in ice and snow, right? These are cold winters back in the over 30 years ago, before I moved here to Salt Spring Island. So that shows you how tough trackies are, right? Ice and snow. And we know snow is a good insulator. Here's one covered in snow. Snow doesn't actually bother them. There's one covered in my last garden. Lots of snow. That was 8A, 8B, right? Date palms grow. Date palms, how slow they grow. It really depends on the growing conditions of the date palm, right? I think Phoenix canariensis grow pretty fast. Here's some. These are in Crescent City. So we popped in over to Crescent City and in Northern California. And those are some cordylines. There's my daughter standing beside cordylines. It's pretty cool. And here's a deep snowfall we had here, record-breaking snowfall. I'm getting away with growing palms here because of the climate change. Reno is fast. Oh, cool. Well, that's good, man. Then, Brian, you have to plant more palms. Here's a picture taken in our garden in December 1996 with record snowfall. So you see the snow up to our knees? Look at the roof. Look at the roof of our house, man. Look at the roof of our house. See the eucalyptus trees behind us? See the palm trees buried in the snow? That was 28.5 inches of snow. That was 26 years ago. This picture was taken over 26 years ago. And there, as you can see, the eucalyptus trees, that's how big they were then in 1996, right? December 96. Just a minute, December 96. So it's not 26 years ago yet, but it will be 26 years ago soon, the end of this year. So there you go. Deepest snowfall on Salt Spring right there, record-breaking snow. It was crazy. It was crazy, man. Here's my friend Penny and I. See the eucalyptus trees behind us in the snow and the palm fronds. 1996, it got down to it was around minus 7.5 degrees Celsius something. It was pretty cold, and we had a ton of snow. It was a bad winter. Power was out for 4 days. 4 days, power out. I only got 3 pictures of that snowfall. My friend took them. And let's just see what else we have here. That's it for Brookings. I might have more from Brookings. Oh, I should show you one from Seattle. Oh, yeah, here's a good date palm. Here's some beautiful date palms in Brookings. Look at that one. That one was growing beside an old kind of like farmhouse. Isn't that beautiful? That's Brookings, Oregon. I think that when a good, oh yeah, no, it's hardier than a date palm. South Carolina. You know what? I know it's hot and humid in South Carolina, but Tamar Myers, she was the publisher and editor of Palm Quarterly back in the day, and she had a Jubea chilensis in her garden in South Carolina, and it did really well. No more freezing temperature there anymore. Yeah, same with us. Our last frost was March 10th. It was late this year, but we had it. March 10th was our last frost. So there's Brookings, Oregon, date palm. And where else do we have? Oh, yeah, here's another one here. Here's a beauty. Let me show you these. I got to show you these date palms, man, because I love date palms. I wonder how the date palm did in Cloverdale. A friend of mine has a big one in his garden there. He does give it some help, I'll tell you that. There, Brookings, Oregon. That one was planted in the 1950s. That was planted in 1954. That one right there, because I talked to the lady that planted that one. That was the one around the corner, right? From the other one. Isn't that beautiful? Brookings, Oregon. You ever get a chance, go to Brookings, Oregon. They have king palm there, Arcanto Phoenix Cunninghamiana, and they also have Syagris Romanzophiana. Queen palms, because I've seen queen palms. And here's some cordylines. Here's some cordylines. These ones are in Crescent City, California, right there. Just south of Brookings. A little bit south of Brookings right there. Big cordylines. Epsom salt. Yeah, Epsom salt will green them up. Epsom salts will certainly green up yellow palm trees. Okay, what else do we have here? I think that's probably pretty good. I think I've shown. Oh, here's one. That's why they call them a pineapple palm. Here's a good one in Brookings right here. Check this one out. I wonder how big that palm is now. I took that. Look at that. There's Brookings. Beautiful. Isn't that an awesome date palm? Brookings, Oregon, man. And so I've seen them as far north as big ones in Gold Beach. Epsom salts were good. And here's some big bananas. These are in Cloverdale. Right there. That's how big. Bananas grow pretty big up here too. That's my youngest kid wasn't born then, and that's my ex-wife in there standing underneath some monster size bananas. So those bananas In behind those bananas, there's palm trees, but you can't really see them because they're so big. All right? They're kind of hiding the palm trees. Those are pretty big palm trees. I mean, pretty big bananas. Look at that. Those are musabaju. Just gigantic. And I guess that's about it, folks. Oh, here's another one. Oh, check out this. Check out this monster palm in Brookings, man. Standing beside the trunk of it. So this is a monster date palm, and that palm tree now is even bigger. They said when they bought the house in 1976, the palm tree was there. I asked them. I talked to the owners. I asked them if I could have my picture in front of their date palm. They says, yeah, go for it. So that's a Phoenix canariensis right there in Brookings, Oregon. Massive crown. You have to go to Brookings. You do have to go to Brookings, Doug. It's an amazing place, man. I could live in Brookings, Oregon. If I could live anywhere in the North Pacific, it'd be the Brookings, Oregon. And here's another one here I'm going to show you. Another beauty right there. Beautiful date palm in Oregon, Southern Oregon. You know, they're all over the place. I saw citrus trees down there too. And I'll show you something super cool here, guys. This one here are giant Agave Americana in bloom in Brookings. Okay, so you look at the telephone poles and look at the bloom spikes. Look at the bloom spikes of the agaves. I'm standing down there for scale. You see me in there beside the agaves? Look at the telephone pole and look at the bloom spikes. And you can see how big the agaves is. And it was very hazy there. That's forest fire smoke. There's big forest fires burning when I was there. But you can see how big those bloom spikes are. There's just about as tall as the telephone poles. There's two agaves. There's one there, and then there's one behind it there. And I'll get closer. You can see how big the plants are. Aren't they awesome? Those are Agave Americana in bloom in Brookings, Oregon. Yeah. That's where you got to get your date palm seeds. You got to go to Brookings, Oregon, man. There should be lots of date palm seeds there. That's where you got to get them. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. All the different things that grow down there on the Oregon coast. So, oh yeah, I took this picture down there too. This one I think was taken at Reedsport or maybe Coos Bay. Some really nice cordylines are everywhere, man. There's like cordylines all over the place down there. They're like freaking weeds, right? Isn't that beautiful? Just love that. I love the looks of cordylines. But you know they're not as hardy as Trachycarpus. And you know, Doug, head down to Brookings. I don't know how far you are from Brookings, but you know, get down there. Here's a Washingtonia flifera in Brookings. Right there. So yeah, they grow there too. Had a nice thick trunk on it. So that's Brookings, Oregon. And I don't know how tall it is now. That was 18 years ago. I took that picture on Pacific. I think it was Pacific Ave or Pacific Street in Brookings, Oregon, right there. So if you ever get down to Brookings, go up and down the side streets and look for some of these palms, okay? And then maybe you can do an update. You could do a video. You could do a video update of Brookings, Oregon, which would be cool. Here's some cactus growing south of Vancouver. This was in my friend's garden. It had cactus all over the frickin' place. It was growing like weeds there. So that's growing south of Vancouver in a town called White Rock, on a border town right on the ocean. Yeah, do it, Dave. Get some YouTube videos of Brookings, Oregon, and Gold Beach. Go up to Gold Beach, too. I'll show you a super cool garden in Seattle. You want to see a cool garden in Seattle? This is Walt Rockefeller's garden in Seattle. Check out that one. What do you think of that? Walt Rockefeller, he died several years back. I shot this video. I took this picture 25 years ago in Walt Rockefeller's garden in North Seattle. It's like you stepped into Southern California when you went to his place. He's got a big palmetto in his garden. It was small when I was there 25 years ago. I think now it's got about 6 feet of trunk on it. And you had needle palms, sable minors, jubea, butias. He's got everything growing in there. Big cordylines. He's got a yucca gloriosa with 15 feet of trunk on it. It was absolutely insane. I might have a picture of it. I might have a picture of his yucca. Let's see. I sure hope I do. I sure hope I do. Anyway, there's a side view of his garden. It's Pretty amazing garden. It's like a jungle. It's a city lot, but it's like a jungle, man. And that's in North Seattle. Yeah. You got to put palms all over your yard, man. Do it. Do it, man. You can never, Doug, you can never have enough palm trees. Honestly, you can never have enough palm trees. There's a picture from behind my old place years ago, back in the day. You got to remember, it was a lot colder where I used to live. The front yard had lots of palms, and there was magnolias and yuccas and dracaenas and this and that, and eucalyptus trees. But they sure took a beating. So there's a summer pick, okay, and then there is a winter pick. Right there's a winter pick right there, and you can see in there I had cactus. Covered up with a piece of glass right there. So that's the winter pick of the same garden. Yeah. So it's so good for Michael to have reflective. Well, I mean, depends what you're growing. If you're growing a shade-loving plant, probably not. But if you're going to be growing cactus and some heat-loving palm trees, yeah, do it, man. Utilize your microclimates and milk them for all they're worth. That's what you got to do. Okay, I'm going to go put this back. So now you've seen some pictures. I got another photo album too, but we're not going to pull that one out right now. We got lots of palmy pics. Pretty windy out there. It's just, yeah, it's clear now, but it's windy. And it's still light out here. I'll show you out the window. It's still, that's what it's looking like here. It's still light out here in the North Pacific. It is 7:44 p.m. Pacific time. And I do appreciate you guys joining in the live stream. I have to get some sleep. Okay, we'll catch you later, Logan. Thanks for joining in, buddy. Hey, how's everything going down in Kentucky? I talk to Kentucky a lot on my two-way radio. I talk to a lot of people in Kentucky. I talked to a lady. You can watch the video on my other channel, 522 Kentucky. Her name's Skeeter, and she comes in so good. She has such a good signal. Bowling Green? Is there a place called Bowling Green, Kentucky? I think that's where she said she is. Anyway, she comes in, it's just amazing, and she has a good signal pushing every time I talk to this lady in Kentucky. So you can see it on the other channel, how great she comes in. Really good sound and station. Anyway, have a good sleep and have a better day tomorrow. See, I should be wearing see those glasses right there? Those glasses make it look like sunshine. That's why I wear those. When it gets dark or it gets cloudy, you put those on, and it's like somebody's got the sun shining. Going good here, warming up. Yeah, you guys are getting the heat down there in the bluegrass state. It's coming here. Actually, I better look at our forecast. While I'm on here, let me look at our Gulf Island forecast. I just haven't seen it. I haven't really been paying attention to it. 7-day Southern Gulf Island. Let's just see. We don't want to see any snowflakes in there. That would suck. We are getting sun tomorrow. Sun. Friday, temperature 12, tomorrow 12, 15, 14. Okay, it's all right. Good enough for me. But definitely cooler at night on Saturday. Oh, my God. You know what it says Tuesday night? 1 degree Celsius. Well, that's not going to happen here, I don't think. Well, we'll keep an eye on it. I'll let you know how cold it got here. Anyway, I see sun coming up. And Saturday looks like sun and cloud. Friday, rain, 14, 15. That's Celsius I'm talking to. So, but it looks pretty cold tomorrow night. Some places will definitely be getting frost tomorrow night. That's what it shows, 1 degree Celsius. So those cold areas, you better cover up your tender plants, man, or they're going to freeze, right? So I'm not worried about it here. We're too close to the water. So anyway, it's good when it warms up. I like spring. I'm looking forward to May. April is kind of a funny month here. It can be really warm, or it can be just a mixed bag of inconsistent weather. And today, we had all types of weather. We had wind, we had rain, we had sun, we had more wind, more rain, and just all day long. It was just a really weird day. So I'm looking forward to the warmer days. I am wearing shorts. I got my shorts on. Shorts are on. So, and I go for a job interview this week. I was supposed to go tomorrow, but it's been postponed till Wednesday because the person that's interviewing me had to go somewhere, some appointment or something. She says, is it okay if you come in Wednesday? So Wednesday I go for a job interview, and it's going to be cool. I hope I do get the job. It'll be working out with cannabis. It's a big cannabis farm. So I'll be working in the fields. I guess that's what it'll be. I mean, maybe getting the fields ready, planting plants. I guess Krista said they grow them inside indoors, and then you bring the little liner plants out and you plant them, 20 acres. I think they have 20 acres there, field grown. It'd be like tree planting, except you're planting grass plants, right? Good evening, Dallas. Good to see you in there, man. 73s to you. And it's been pretty quiet on the band. A little bit of DX coming in. I was on Motormouth Mall's live stream today, and I did wave to him, and he was working some DX. He had a lot more DX than we had bits and pieces of it in there today. Can he be making a flower bed, red maple, Kwanzan? Kwanzans are nice, man. Washingtonia, cool. Whoa, nice, Logan. See you later, Brian. Got it down. Go. Okay, have a good one, Brian. Thanks for joining in. What are some good palms? 8B. Butia capitata, Trachycarpus fortunae, Trachycarpus wagnerianus. You could grow needle palm, which is Rhopatophyllum hystrix, sable minor, some of the other sables, sable palmetto. If you're in the deep south, Serrano repens, sable etonii, sable Louisiana. I love sables, right? Plenty of on my end. Yeah. Okay, so you probably heard Motormouth Mall. Let me turn on the radio and I just want to see if there's anything coming in. I'm curious. Nada. Whoops. I ran over my flag. I don't want to be running over my flag. That's no good. I want to run over that flag, man. I got to figure out where I'm going to put that flag. That is super cool. There's nothing coming in here, man. Dead. Nothing. I was actually fishing for skip earlier, and I swear to God, I was on channel 11, which is the Hawaiian call channel, because somebody commented, 121 commented, he's in Honolulu, and he says, Joe, that's why there's so many Hawaiians on channel 11, right? So I was calling and calling and calling. It was dead in there, and I swear to God, I heard somebody in the distance out there from the Hawaiian Islands. Crazy. Whether they came back to me or calling me, I doubt it. They probably weren't, but I heard somebody in there. I have a double windmill palm. Shorter isn't bigger. I have double windmill palms. The shorter one isn't doing well, but the bigger one. That's just the way it works. Just like people, Doug. You can have weaker species in the palm trees. You could have 5 palm trees or 6 palm trees growing side by side. And why does one grow so much faster than the other ones? And somebody asked me that question the other day. I'm in front of the local pub. And I said to them, these palms were all planted exactly the same time. I sold them to Justin Scott more than 25 years ago, all the same height, all the same age. And one of them is way taller than the other ones. And they're all planted in exactly the same growing conditions in the same area. So go figure, right? It's just like people. Why are some people weaker than others, their immune systems, or stronger, right? It's just the way the genes are made up of the palm tree, I guess. Nativo Plantis. Cool. Good to see you in there. I am. Yeah, so that's just what it is. I believe that doesn't matter. It's just the palm. If they came in the same, it's just the palm. That's the way it is. It's the palm tree. It's just probably a slower growing palm tree. Maybe it's a weaker palm tree. Yeah, that's the only way I can explain it, really. It's like in 1985, January, there was a deep freeze in Georgia. And in one of my palm papers, it said there was a dozen palm trees, Trachycarpus palms, growing along a walk. Deep freeze. Most of them got killed except for about 3. Why did those 3 survive, right? So, amen. Save the rainforest. Yes, save the rainforest. Yeah, and it doesn't matter. They come in the same pot. That's just the way the palms are, man. Some are faster than others. Some are tougher than others. If I can hear and talk to Washington. Yeah, so it was really quiet today. Like I heard the odd bits and piece of skip come in there. I live in the Valley of Palms. Oh, you're lucky, native plantis. I'm jealous. Well, I don't get jealous. I'm envious. You. Palms are good things. Hey, Dallas, there's a video YouTube channel I found called Tennessee Palms. It might interest you. It's TN Palms on YouTube. It was actually pretty cool. I've been watching some of his videos, and he grows some pretty cool stuff in Tennessee. And I talk to Tennessee a lot. I worked a bunch of stations yesterday in my mobile. I don't do video gates of everybody I talk to, just some of the stronger stations. Palm wine, good for health. Palm wine, good for health. Yes. How about wine palm from Chilean wine? From the Chilean wine palm, the wine of the Jubea chilensis. Let's just see. I'm just going to find that for you. Tea and palms. I'm just going to find this for Dallas here. Hang on. Palm trees. TN palm trees. TN Tropics. Oh, yeah, no, it's called TN Tropics. It's called TN Tropics, so it's not Tennessee. Yeah, and I did subscribe to his channel. It's kind of a cool channel here. This is for you, Dallas. You might be interested since you live in Tennessee. Here's a link to this guy's channel in Tennessee. He grows some pretty cool stuff. So can I have some? What do you want? Can you have some? Can I have some? You want wine? I don't have wine. I rarely drink, man. I'm not really a big drinker. Yeah, check it out, man. It's actually, he's got a really good TN Tropics, and he grows a lot of palm, Trachycarpus and hardy palms. Cool. He's got some really cool stuff in his garden, dude. I don't know what part of Tennessee he's in, though, but you can check it out. Palms are growing by the Oklahoma. Yeah, they're growing. Well, there's also palms native to Oklahoma. They're growing in McCurtain County, Oklahoma. What good fertilizer to use? Well, I'll tell you what, Doug, for most of our palms, we use organic compost, seaweed, grass clippings. But for the potted palms in the nursery, I spread some triple 18 on them. Triple 18, 33, 13. It's actually a slow release. It's actually grass fertilizer I've been using, and it works pretty good. People plant them. Yes. Yes, there are definitely palms in Oklahoma. We know that for sure. Palms are going by the Oklahoma-Texas border. I'm just reading your things here. So I actually use, Doug, I've actually been using slow release grass food, and I've been using it for a long time, and it actually works quite well. Some bananas are growing in Oklahoma. Yes, they are. Definitely. Nativo, there definitely are in Oklahoma. James, I got a few queen palms 2 weeks ago. Oh, cool. I love queen palms. Cypress. I tried one time, but it didn't work very well here. How do you start seeds? How do you start seeds? From palm trees, you got to watch my videos. You can do them in the Baggie Method, right? You can start palm seeds in there, smaller quantities, use the Baggie Method, or big quantities of seeds I do in the greenhouse. I use Pro Mix HP or Sunshine Mix 4 in seed flats. And well, watch my how to germinate palm seeds. Watch my videos and you'll see how it's done. Even on my wife's YouTube channel, it shows you how to germinate palms. It's pretty easy, but the Baggie Method is pretty basic. So what you do, you get some Pro Mix HP or Sunshine Mix 4. You throw your palm seeds in there. You moisten that stuff down, right? You moisten it down, but not sopping wet. And then what happens, well, we only got one measly palm that's germinated in here. They're going to sprout like this. So you got your palm seed, then you got the root coming out there, and then there's the top of the palm there. So I got to plant this one up tomorrow because it's going to get just too leggy in there. But that is a Trachycarpus fortunae palm seedling done in the Baggie Method, right? Very easy to do. Anybody can grow palm trees. There's no trick. There's no trick to growing palm trees, people. Anybody can grow palm trees. Let me cover that back up. So I've been waiting months for them to germinate. Not a thing. Be patient, James. Be patient. You know, I'm germinating my philobug. Good. Yeah, and Andro, man, they will germinate nicely in the Baggie. I've germinated lots in the Baggie. I've also germinated lots in the seed flats. Anybody can do it, man. Anybody can grow palm trees. So be patient, James. Are they fresh seed? That's the thing. Why do the dumb city workers cut trees like they're working? Those city workers, Nativo Plantis, those city workers, eh? I used to be, well, I wasn't a city worker, but I was a parks department worker. But I used to pick up a lot of trash. You're working in Lion, don't pick up trash. I picked up lots of trash, man. That was my job, picking up a lot of trash. Now I think I need some chocolate. They leave a cut stump in trash. Do they really? Whereabouts do you live in Oklahoma? Is that where you are? Are you in Oklahoma down there in southern Oklahoma? Picking up trash is a good thing, man. Picking up trash is a good thing. The bad thing is to leave it on the ground. And you know what? There's a lot of litter bugs around, and I've had to deal with a lot of them over the years in the Parks Department. But I'm retired now, so that doesn't affect me, but I still pick up trash when I go for a walk. Oh, now in Tejas by Mexico. Cool. That's awesome. Must be nice down there. That's good chocolate. Cheap chocolate, but good chocolate. So, in your opinion, what is the hardiest palm in the world? No, It's not the hardiest palm in the world. Trachycarpus fortunei is the most cold-tolerant arborescent palm. The hardiest palm tree in the world for cold is Rhipidophyllum hystrix. Rhipidophyllum hystrix is a needle palm. That is the most cold-tolerant palm in the world. Nope. Wine palm is the most cold-tolerant pinnate palm. When I say pinnate, it's a feather palm. The most cold-tolerant feather palm in the world is Jubea chilensis. The most cold-tolerant arborescent palm tree in the world, fan palm, is a Trachycarpus fortunei, Trachycarpus tequil, Trachycarpus wagnerianus. Can I plant the dry? Yep. You know what? Take the seeds, throw them in water. If they float, they're usually not very good. If they sink, they're good. Birthplace of the palm, Africa. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. There's lots of palm trees in Israel too, right? And Turkey. There's Theophrasti. Theophrasti grow in Turkey and Crete, Cretan date palm, and Greece, I believe, too. And so there's lots of palms there in Egypt as well. Egypt, there are date palms too, right? There used to be palm trees here. There are fossils of palm trees, but many, many moons ago. I love palms and fruit trees too. And we actually do grow fruit trees. Wendy's got fruit trees out there. She's got apples, plums. I think there's cherries in the back 40 I planted eons ago. There's a bunch of stuff out there. We got a lot of different fruit trees. Pawpaw, loquat, guava. We have 2 guavas out there. Figs. We have lots of fig trees. And pomegranate, a smaller pomegranate. I think I have to move the pomegranate, though. It's too shaded. No apricot. People do grow apricots here, but we don't grow apricot. And there's lots of peach trees, lots of fig trees on Salt Spring Island. Figs are really good to grow, too. They're super good for you, easy to grow, and self-fertile. So a young fig tree produces figs easily. I heard that Phoenix theophrasti, dry climate, doesn't work here. It's absolutely useless. I can tell you a story. Theophrasti, back in the late 1980s, a friend in the Palm Society said, "Hey, Joe, I got a Phoenix theophrasti and I planted it in the garden." So he imported it from, I think it was Southern California. It could have been Neon Palm Nursery, or it could have been Phil Bergman, Jungle Music. It died the first winter. And it wasn't even really a cold winter, but it got down to like -5 or something like that, -6, but it's wet here, and it killed his Phoenix theophrasti. Mrs. Beast, I've seen. Did you? Whereabouts are you? Because they've been blooming here for a long time. Whereabouts are you, Miss Beast? Because you know there's a Mr. Beast, Miss Beast. Miss Beast, there is a Mr. Beast, and that guy's one of the most famous YouTubers. Daffodils usually start blooming here at the beginning of January, but they were later this year. But they've been blooming for a long time here. So whereabouts are you? I'm curious. I don't think you're on Salt Spring Island. Humans cut trees, leave us stunt fresh. Well, that's what's ruined the planet, right? Humans. You know, somebody said to me, well, that's an invasive species. You shouldn't be growing that. Well, you know what the most invasive and damaging species is to the planet is man. That's the most invasive species. How do you think those invasive species got where they were? Man put them there. Man did it. Yeah, you can't fix stupid, Nativo. You can't fix stupid. Oh, held for review. Well, I'll show it. There we go. Junkyard humans. Yeah. So whereabouts are you, Mrs. Beast? I want to know where you are. Give me the dirt. Are you in the North Pacific? Are you in Ontario? Are you whereabouts? It's an interesting name, Miss Beast. It's sad to cut all the trees down. Yes, it is. But, the trees we have up here, the forestry, are a renewable resource. So what they do, they'll go in and they'll do a cut block, logging, because people need lumber. Our houses are made out of wood. But then they hire people to replant the trees. So I've been through lots of areas driving to the West Coast, the far West Coast, of places that were logged, but they were all reforested again. There's lots of trees growing there again. The city should replace them. Yeah, we don't have city here. We're living out in the rural island. So there is no municipality here. There's no city. We have no mayor. There's not a lot of rules here where I live. I know. I remember going when I was in Oahu one day in Waikiki, they cut down a bunch of coconut palms and left the stumps. And I go, that was kind of depressing beautiful coconut palms, and left the stumps. Now, how bad does that suck? That really sucks. Anyway, where is Mrs. Beast? She has not said whereabouts are you. I'm curious. And anyway, Androman, no, Phoenix Theoprasti will not work in Zone 7. Not this far north, it won't. I don't know what in the south, but it definitely won't work up here. It's Phoenix Sylvestris and 8B Palm. I'm going to say more like 9, but maybe in the deep south, you might be able to get away with it. I hate when plants need humidity indoors. I know. Well, that's why Cocos nucifera, when I brought it in to our dry house with the wood stove, it went downhill. And somebody commented on one of the videos today that I shot ages ago on our coconut palm. Hey, can you do an update on that coconut palm? Well, I says I can't because it's dead. And I already did an update on it when it started to go downhill. So if I can do an update, I'll do an update. But if I can't do an update, I'm not going to do an update. The coconut palm, as soon as I brought it in, it started to really go downhill pretty quickly because of the dry, hot air in our house in the wintertime with the wood stove. So I gave it away to the public pool, but it already declined so much it ended up dying on them, which was a drag. So abstract Tom. Nativo, replant the trash dump junkyard. Yeah, I know what you mean, Nativo. I know what you mean. Abstract Tom. As 12C, you're a lot warmer than we are. Well, you don't want it too humid inside because it would be hard living and it probably wouldn't be good for your house, Doug. That's the thing. So spray them with water. Mist them. Okay, mist them. I can't say you should be bringing up the humidity in your house because you're probably going to get mold. So I think it's better to have dry air in your house and just mist those plants every day if you have to, or a couple of times a day. Get a mist bottle and just mist them. That's all you got to do. Ripping of the people by cutting trees in the city. Yeah, you are pretty upset about those guys cutting trees in the city. Well, we don't have a city here. We have a village. On Salt Spring Island, we actually have a village. There is no city on our island, right? It is pretty laid back here and very rural. There's one four-way stop. That's it. So there are oak trees planted in the main town, and there's some Kwanzan cherries, Japanese cherries. It's pretty tough to cut a tree down in a park, though. You actually have to go through a little bit of red tape. You can't just go into a park. You can't just go into town and cut trees down. There's a group of people here called the Islands Trust, and you actually have to go through them first. So you can't just go cut down a big tree in town. You have to actually get permission. They have to assess it, and they either say yay or nay. And a lot of times they might say nay. Big tall trees, they chop them. Oh, that's sad. See, our whole island is covered in big trees. Huge. It's heavily forested. Our island is heavily forested. If you try growing pineapple plant indoors in winters. Yes, pineapple plants are very good indoors and easy to grow too from the top cuttings. Plant trees, not chop. Yes. Is Phoenix an area? That's a good question. Well, I can tell you one thing, Andrew Man. When I was in Gold Beach back in 2004, so we drove through Gold Beach to get to Brookings, and then on the way back, we stopped at Gold Beach, and there were some big palm trees, and I was taking photos of the palm trees, and there was a guy standing out in the yard, and I said, "Can you tell me about your date palm here, and tell me about it in the freeze of December 1990?" And he said, in 1990, it got down to about 13 degrees Fahrenheit there, and the palm totally defoliated. The date palms totally defoliated, but they regrew back. So 13 degrees Fahrenheit is pretty darn cold. And I don't know how hardy Sylvestris is. I know Sylvestris are hardy, but I don't think they're that hardy. I know Phoenix dactylifera are very hardy if you have them in a dry climate. A matter of fact, they're so hardy, I believe they have survived single-digit Fahrenheits short-term deep freeze and regrown again, right? Gas does smell. And I want to breathe. Yes, I want to breathe too. There is a war over trees. Well, trees are good, Nativo. I am happy to see your input in there about trees. More trees, the merrier, right? Anyway, we have a lot of trees here. You would like it here. It's full of trees. You're from Hollywood? Well, there's lots of palm trees in Hollywood. I've been there. I stayed in Hollywood for 2 weeks once when I was 17. Me and my buddy stayed down there. It was awesome. We stayed in Rosemead, which just is beside Hollywood. And yeah, lots of palm trees in Hollywood. And I love palm trees. My thing is palm trees, okay? I like all trees, native, non-native. And there's lots of them there. I know Hawaii. Yes, love Hawaii. Sylvester is 9A, 8B. Yeah, so Southern Kona. Yeah, I've never been to the Big Island. You're in Arlington, Texas. My son lived in Weslaco, Texas. My oldest son lived in Weslaco, Texas, down west of Brownsville, about a 45-minute drive west of Brownsville. I believe that's how far it was. So you know where Weslaco is? That's where he lived. And he married a Texas girl. My oldest son married a Texas girl. So he lived in Texas. I used to Skype him all the time. And then they got divorced. They got divorced about 5 years ago, something like that. He's still pretty young. He's only 31. And then he's with another gal now, very nice lady. And his other girl's nice. She still lives up here in Victoria. She works at a cannabis shop in Victoria. My youngest son bumped into her. Recently, my brothers took 19. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Caleb, good to hear you. See you in there. You made the live stream. Heard of wildfires in West Texas. Yeah, it's pretty dry down there, Abstract Tom. There are some people are there rude? Yeah, there's rude people here too, man. You know what, Nativo? There's rude people wherever you go, which is pretty surprising. You never get notices. What the heck, man? You should. Yeah, you know what? That's pretty cold hardy tree then, Andro, man. I'm a city person. Orange County, yeah. I was born in Vancouver, okay? But I moved away from Vancouver a long time ago. Long time ago. So I'm actually a country person. I've always lived in the country. They trip on you. What? They trip on you. They shouldn't do that, man. Van Nuys. I remember going to Van Nuys and watching the Cars cruise in 1981 because I had a muscle car. And it was the coolest thing, hanging out on Van Nuys Boulevard every night watching the Cars cruise. Did you watch my new video? No, I got to watch it. I've been so busy and I have to watch it. I've been actually uploading more videos to my other channel. You know, that's funny. Anyway, I'll check it out after this live stream. I'll go to your channel and I'll check it out. And I've been looking after Wendy too. She's been laying in bed for a few days. She really wrecked her back. I had her at emergency a few nights ago and she's on a lot of painkillers. Born in Will County. You're born in the land of Lincoln, Abstract Tom. I talked there a lot too. There was actually freezing rain. Cool. So Phoenix sylvestris is a very tough palm. They grow a lot of those on Oahu and also on Maui. I go to Van Nuys Hollywood. Oh, do you go to the cruise night? Yeah, it was awesome watching the cars cruising around. Oh, I was 17 years old. That was December 1981. It was absolutely amazing to watch the cars there, man. I loved it. Papa Wheelie. I've seen, there's a guy here that used to have a car when I lived on the mainland, and he had a 66 Chevy 2. 66 Cancer with 750 horsepower. He used to pop wheelies with it. It lifted front wheels off. He had wheelie bars on it. It was fully tubbed. I did a test with 2 different soils. Oh, cool. That's awesome, Caleb. That's a good test, man. Van Nuys Stoners 13. Yeah, my son skateboarded down there in California. We're down at Costa Mesa. Actually, I shot some YouTube videos of them. That was in 2008. Last time we were there. Can you Super Thrive mixture with? You probably could, Doug. I wouldn't doubt it. Super Thrive is pretty good stuff. Yeah, you could probably do that. Be cool. Nativo, you too. Be cool, man. And I'm not going to stay safe out there. There's nothing to stay safe from. Just have a good one out there. And thanks for joining in. I'm from Hollywood, Sherman Oaks. I know where that is. I know where Sherman Oaks, Van Nuys is. I've been all through there. Last time I was in California was 2008. We took the kids to Disneyland. It snowed early. We had a crazy day here, Caleb. I got up this morning. It was windy. It was raining in the middle of the night when I was sleeping. Then it was windy. It was clear when I got up. Then it got sunny. Then it got rainy. Then it got sunny. Then it got rainy. Then it got sunny, rainy, and windy, and then sunny again. And now it's clear out there, and it's cool. I was raised and lived Myrtle Beach. Cool. Gotta love South Carolina, man. It was about 40 outside and it dusted down. Yeah. Freezing level was down. Stoners 13 hanging out on the Valero Street. Van Nuys Boulevard. I love Van Nuys Boulevard, man. It was just awesome. All the palm trees, cruising cars all day. Yeah, it was off and on today. We had a lot of sun. We had a lot of rain. The Tebow Plantana 711 for like 3 hours. Proud to be born. Palmetto. Yeah, the Palmetto State. Sweet. Yeah, it's a good state to be born in. I was born in Vancouver. There are lots of palm trees in Vancouver, but they are Trachycarpus palms. We have the same weather. You're just on the beach. Yeah, it was a weird day, but there's no snow here. I went to Arizona last year, and there were wow, cool. Abstract Tom. Wow. Yeah, my oldest son was a big time skater. He's got some YouTube videos of him out there skating. I'll find you one. I'll find you one of Ryan's. I'll find you one of Ryan's skateboard videos. I will find you one of his skateboard videos here. Let's find it. See what it shows here without it. Well, there's one of them. Hang on, guys. Where's the music? Here's one of his videos right here. You like skating stuff? He's a good skater. There's one of my son's skating videos from 2007, I think, right there. Call me later. Catch you later, Nativo. I don't talk on the phone, man. I do not like talking on the phone. I really hate talking on the phone. Let's just see. Maybe this one here. Maybe this is it right here. Huh. Damn. Trying to find a good video of him yet. Monkey Power, BMX, kiteboard. Yeah, kiteboarding's cool too. I like. Oh, do you do skateboarding too, Doug? I'm trying to find Ryan's skateboarding video here. Let's find it, Ryan. I'm trying to find it here. Anyway, he's got some good videos out there. You can see his videos on this YouTube channel. One of them has music to it, and it's actually really cool. So Ryan is actually 31 years old now. I think he still skates sometimes, but he is a sponsored skater. There's I love. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, I just put it on there and it's got some music to it. That's the one. There's my oldest son skateboarding in 2007. I love Los Angeles, Hollywood, Sherman Oaks. It's all nice. I love Southern Cal. I'm glad you talk USA English. I do talk USA English, man. Well, I live close to the US. Our islands are actually probably closer to the US than they are to Canada. Man, Dogtown, the boys at Dogtown, Z-Boys, Dogtown. Check out his video here, man. Check out my son's skating. He's actually really good. That's one of his skate videos from 15 years ago. But I watched that movie. They used to skate in the swimming pools. Well, I've been bending to bed. It was nice watching. Okay, thanks, Andro, man. And the Baggie Method, let me know how it goes. And keep us updated. Have a good sleep, my friend. I love Los Angeles is awesome. Vera Cruz. Well, you know what? Patty McGee, the famous skateboarder, stayed with me, and she signed my first skateboard. See that skateboard right there? I bought that Cal 240 in 1973 or 74, and she signed it right there. Patty McGee, right there. She lives in Southern California. She was the first woman professional skateboarder, and she was on the front cover at Life magazine in 1965, right there, which is pretty cool. So there's my first skateboard. I have about 20 skateboards in the basement. I used to skate too back in the day, right? That's an old school skateboard. I used to have to graphite. The bearings are in there, and I used to have to put dry graphite in there, right? Pretty cool. Look at that. Look at the trucks on that, babe. Universal grabbers, universal trucks. So that's one of my many skateboards. And I used to love skateboarding, man. It was awesome. I wasn't a great skateboarder, but I used to have fun. Anyway, I spent 180 on gas. Oh, God. It's expensive, man. Caleb gas is a complete ripoff. It's $8 a liter, a gallon here, right? Van Nuys to Sherman Oaks, sweet. I went to rainbow. Oh, wow, 25-inch rainbow trout. Holy crap, that's big, man. That's like 2 foot long. That is a big trout. Oh, I love rainbow trout, man. Rainbow trout is so good. Going to bed. Okay, I'm going to head now too. See you, Doug. Thanks for coming into the live stream here, joining in. I do live streams on my other one too, but that's more pertaining to radio stuff. So, Asian boys, yeah. Peace, my brother. Okay, take care, Nativo Plantis. Nativo Plantis. That's a cool name. All right, I'm going to check out the video. I've been to Alaska a few times, believe it or not. I like Alaska. King crabs. King crabs are good. All right. Catch you later, everybody. I'm going to roll because I think I've done a long enough live stream. Pray for my mom. Yes, I will pray for your mom. Sending positive thoughts to your mom. Everybody send positive thoughts to Nativo's mom. All right, take care, you guys. I got to check out Caleb's video too. Check out Caleb's channel. Check out Palm Nation's channel. There's a bunch of people out there you got to check out. All right, take care. We're out of here. And Caleb's praying too at Oklahoma. Amen. Nativo, amen. Catch you later, guys. Hang loose out there. Skate power. And join in the next live stream here on Banana JSSI. All right? Kick ass. That's right. See you later, guys. And have a good night out there. And I will see you on the next live stream. I think tomorrow I'm probably going to live stream on my other channel, Jungle Joe C. I'll show you. Here, actually, I'll put it in the Nativo. If you don't know, I have another channel. I do have another channel. And you can check it out if you want. It's up to you. If you don't want to check it out, you don't have to check it out. I'll put a link on there for you. Radio. Cheers. See you, Dallas. Thanks for popping in there, buddy. And my other channel is here. I actually have 3 YouTube channels, believe it or not. But the other one I haven't put videos on it for a long time, for well over a decade. So anyway, Nativo, here's my other YouTube channel there. Check it out. Right there. There's a link to my other one. All right. See you later, Nativo Plantis and Dallas. And check out that, hey, Dallas, check out that Tennessee Palm guy. You might like him. It's kind of cool. Okay, Nativo, there's my other channel. Check out the link. You might like some of the stuff on there. There's a lot of videos on there, man. I've been, that channel I started in April 2012, so 10 years now. This one I started a lot longer. And my original one I started even before. All right. Have a good night, everybody. And I will see you next live stream. Like I say, tomorrow, if there's skip running, if there's DX rolling in Dallas, I will be doing a Video Gate live stream. I did a 4-hour and 20-minute live stream yesterday. It was crazy. I wasn't planning on doing it that long, but I had the radio on. The skip was running. I was talking skip, and a lot of people were joining in. A lot of people out in DX land were joining in on the Video Gate, and that's good. And because I'm interacting with the guys on the radio I talked to on the live stream, and they're talking to me and watching the live stream, which I think is super cool. I think that's kind of fun, right? Gotta love modern technology, but we can never live without our radios, right? So, hey, Caleb, that goes for you too. Caleb does have a radio. If you're out there and you hear me, try calling, and we will get back to you and put you on the Video Gate. And Video Gate are the live streams we do on the on Jungle Joe C. All right, I do. Okay, we'll get you on the Video Gate. BMX. Yeah, my kid used to BMX too. He's totally into BMXing too, believe it or not. Ryan the skater. Nativo, channel 13. Oh, channel 13, Van Nuys Stoners. Me too. Well, thanks for joining in. I'm going to try to go. Let's see. I went to a giant the other day, but it wasn't pushing. Oh, really? That's interesting. Oh, you got the Russian one. Yeah. Got to watch those Russian ones, man. No, get an RM. This is what you want. You want the RM203P and from Italy. You got to watch some of those ones from Russia because they're knockoff counterfeits. Same with the ones from China. They're junk. But I like Hollywood, Sherman, Van Oaks. Yes, I like Los Angeles, Sherman Oaks, and Van Nuys. It's beautiful there. So got to get a new one. Yeah, try the 203P. They're a good little kicker. I could probably send you a link from eBay. We have two of them. We have one in Wendy's car, and we have one in Wendy's CRV Honda, and we have one in my truck. And you see the skip I talk on it. I mean, you can check out the video gates on Jungle Joe C. Okay, take care, Nativo. Thanks for joining in the live stream. Let me put on my sunny glasses. Those are my sunny glasses. Everything looks bright and sunshiny now. Okay, so take care, Nativo. Have a good night out there, everybody. And we pray for your mom. All right? So cheers to you from the North Pacific here in the Southern Gulf Islands. We'll see you next time. Have a good one. Thanks for joining in. Bye for now.